Welcome to the Irish Scoop, your weekly dish on all things Notre Dame football. NCAA or what?
Yeah, NCAA.
NCAA was gone since 2014.
Yeah, dang.
But before that, it was the best game.
Was it every year?
Yeah, it was the best game every year, consistently.
Yeah.
I'm happy they brought it back though, and now you're like the best player on the game, which is OD.
I'm not. I'm far.
They have his hit power on the game at like a 90 something. That's so OD. Like, bro, you're a great tackler. I'm not saying you're not a great tackler.
90's insane.
Like, bro, he be putting people to sleep on the game. Like, come on, bro. I'm out there getting ran over. There's people out there crashing.
I be in the flats missing tackles when I played.
When? Welcome to the Irish Scoop. I'm your host, Jordan Clark. As you can tell by my haircut or lack thereof, we just finished up fall camp. It was a great time. Built camaraderie with the guys, got to know my teammates a lot better, as well as sharpen up the execution as we head into A&M. I'm super excited about that, and also super excited about our guest joining us later, superstar All-American cornerback Ben Morrison. So stay tuned. Man, welcome to the Irish Scoop. I'm your host, Jordan Clark, here with my guest, best corner in the country, everybody's preseason All-American, I believe the number 12 player in all of the country college football, Ben Morrison.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you being here with us, bro.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Fresh out of fall camp, how you feeling?
Feel good. The dog days are officially over. I mean, that was a grind. Straight 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. of just the same thing. It came to a point where I'm just like, is my life real? Like, it was like a cycle every single night. But now it feels good to be done. People come back on campus, so I'm lit.
Facts, bro. Yeah. Excited to not be in the room with the freshmen anymore.
Man, I'm so excited. I can't wait just to be back in my house, my bed. I love it.
Youngest of 5 kids. All of you guys played Division I sports, super successful siblings. What was it like growing up in a house like that?
I mean, people ask me this question, I think, with that segue into how Freeman, we do our team meetings and stuff, and he asked me, like, who are your heroes? And you did a really good job in your senior talk, and that's, like, was, like, my biggest thing. So I asked myself, like, who is my hero? And I was like, couldn't, like, narrow it down to one person or, like, even my parents. I was just like, my parents did such a good job raising a family, like a true team. Yeah. So I was like, my heroes is my family, my 4 siblings especially, because, like, I'd be a fool not to succeed because I've been able to sit on the bleachers and watch them fail, watch them succeed, see what they do right, what they do wrong. So I tell people I'll be a fool if I wasn't the one who makes it farther than any of them, just because like they pour so much into me at a young age. They've helped me get to where I'm at, and they continue to help me. They continue to help me get to a place where I want to go. So I mean, being with them, competitive household, never a dull moment, especially with my brother, you know Sam. So me and Sam, we go at it a lot. If it's basketball, if it's whatever, I mean, we're just gonna go at it, ping pong. But no, it's a special group I have, and I love them a lot.
Having so many family members that did have that experience, that did play college sports, that went through the recruiting process, kind of transitioning into how you got here.
Yeah.
Why Notre Dame? And how did your family kind of help you, and did they affect that decision at all?
I mean, so I feel like my parents just worked too hard for me not to go to school like Notre Dame. I mean, they sent me to a school in high school. All my siblings went to private school, so I just always felt like my parents worked way too hard for me not to make the most of my opportunities. So coming out, I was either going to go to Washington, here, Alabama. And I don't know if I told you the story. But I committed to Washington for a day. Okay. So I committed to Washington, my dream school. I used to send the coach emails in 5th grade. I'm like, I'm going to be your next big dog. Yeah. And I don't know how they found this. It's like 12 years later. They find these emails and print it out and, like, show me them. And they put it on my hotel bedroom, all that stuff. They picked me up in my dream car, like the Range Rover and everything. I'm like, oh, snap, I'm in. Yeah. So I'm literally going up the elevator to on, like, my second day of the OV, and my mom starts crying. I'm like, oh snap! Like I gotta commit. I'm like, this is what my mom wants me. Like, I'm like, let's do it. So I literally walk up. My parents were downstairs in the weight room. I walk upstairs and I go, Coach, I'm in. She goes, what?
For a day?
He said, Coach, I'm in. I'm committed. They yell on the intercom. They woof, 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 like the dogs. So they're making like in the whole building. And my parents come up, and I'll never forget. Like my dad is like straight ahead, probably like I don't know. He's a good little distance, but I locked eyes. He's just like, I'm like, and my mom's tears were gone. So I'm like, oh snap, she'll want me here. But I think for me it was just like, okay. I knew we always made a decision not to make a commitment on spot. And I went to Notre Dame a week before that, and we were like set. Like Notre Dame's gonna be the place I need to be at. We were set, but I just made that impulsive decision. And my mom was like, Ben, like I don't think you're called to be at Washington.
Is that why she was crying? Because she didn't want you there?
No, she was crying because that's what was so confusing. I'm like, Mom, you were literally crying. Like I thought you wanted me here, but she was crying because she was just like, God's bring your dreams to life. She was just like, it was so special to me to see that as a little kid you wanted to be here. I'm like, you could have just told me that and not started crying. I think I had to commit here. But no, I mean, everything happens for a reason. So a couple days later, I called the coach and hey, like, it was an impulsive decision. I'm a decommit. And I told Coach Mickens and Freeman, I'm like, I'm in. And that was the best decision I ever made. I mean, those two guys, Freeman and Mickens, I really believe that, like, they're God sent for me, just what I needed in the moment and what they continue to give me to this day. Me and Coach Mick's relationship is special. Just the way that he took me in as a freshman and gave me an opportunity at that young of age. I mean, at the end of the day, his job's on the line. And I'm out there competing and trying my best, but mistakes are gonna happen. But just him giving me room to grow was huge. I think I can never go wrong with the decision coming here because I mean it's a great university and also we play top ball, so I can't go wrong with it.
No, 100%, and definitely just with the point you made about Mick, kind of want to take a second, give the big homie his flowers, man.
What up, Coach Mick?
You know what I'm saying? He really is, bro.
He's a dude. He's a dude.
Oh, truly. Yeah, so you make the decision, like you're saying, you get here, and you're tossing the fire early, bro. Like, I remember, obviously, knowing you since we were so young, I remember seeing you playing, like bro, been starting at Notre Dame as a freshman. What was that experience like, bro? Like, having that big of a year, you know, you have, you know, what, how many picks was it that year?
Like six my freshman year.
You had 6 your freshman year straight out the gate, you know what I'm saying? What was that experience like being, you know, that successful that early at a school like Notre Dame?
I mean, I take it back to just my upbringing and my family. I mean, my brother dropped me off for the airport at fall camp. He was like, come back a starter. That's what he teaches, come back a starter.
Yeah.
And I think, like, me hearing that gave me the confidence, all right, like, I'm actually going to try to, like, go at this. But, like, my sole focus wasn't to become a starter, like, every single day at camp. I was like, how can I get better every single day? And after you start, I think, you know, like, you start making plays, you start getting confident out there, you start getting in a rhythm, and you're like, wait, like, this is just football.
Yeah.
And then once I got my first start under my belt, I mean, I was nervous. I was like, I didn't think, like, there was times I was doubtful. I was like, I don't belong here. I'm like, there's no way I need to be playing. Like, you got the big homies Cam and DJ. I'm out there not knowing the calls. I'm not trying to make them mad. Like, I'm freaking out because I'm just trying to be so perfect. But my game really took off when I realized that, like, I'm not gonna be a perfect player. I'm gonna make mistakes. And once I just kind of fell into that reality, I feel like my season just took off because I wasn't scared to make no mistakes. I was just playing kind of just fearless. I was out there having fun.
Yeah. Is it hard to stay grounded, kind of like having that success so young? I know when I got to college, before I even did anything, I thought I was the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
So I know having 6 peaks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure, you know, having that experience, especially here. You know what I'm saying? We are on campus, like, people really support us and get behind us. So was it hard to stay grounded, you feel?
It was, but I think, I don't know, I think I needed that to get to where I am today because my freshman year I came on the scene early, and I don't know, I just think that I was so focused on trying to be, like I said, like this perfect kid, and I thought coming to Notre Dame might have fit this image, and like I was just like I came on the scene early, but I wasn't being the person that God called me to be.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest thing. If anything, was I got away from my calling and how I'm supposed to live as a young man, of just integrity and just being honest and, like, in all things I do. I think my mom, I was talking to her, she was just like, you don't got to be perfect, but you got to be righteous. Like, you got to really try to do what is right, and when you do wrong, repent. And that's the biggest thing for me is like, that was the hardest thing for me is because I would just be out here having fun, not like, I'm a freshman in college football. Like, I'm All-American as a freshman. Just like everything just happened so fast. And that was just the coolest thing to me. I mean, but it's also like me being able to see the growth I made from where I was as a freshman to now, to understand that all that stuff doesn't even matter. I mean, you can be on all the preseason All-American stuff, and you end up not even being All-American. I look at X. X wasn't on anything last year, and he was the Bronco Nagurski Award.
Yeah.
When it's like, if you really just put your head down and work, all that stuff's going to come. So I think being able to have that success, and then I feel like last year having that kind of not notoriety that I think I deserve, but at the same time, like, if it wasn't given to me for a reason, I think it was also because God was showing me that, all right, like, look, like, if you want this, you got to do it with me. So that's why I'm so excited for this year, because I'm just excited to be around guys like you, X, and just go win this thing.
I want to come back to what you said about faith. I'm going to save that for a little bit later. Right. I want to come back to that. But you're a huge goal setter. I think that anybody who knows you, you're a huge goal setter. You know what I'm saying? You write down what it is that you want to accomplish, pray to God for it, and you go try to achieve it.
Yeah.
This year, obviously a huge year for you. You know what I'm saying? Great freshman year, great sophomore year, now coming back as a junior, leader for our team. What are your personal goals for yourself, kind of just heading into the season? What are you hoping to accomplish?
Man, my biggest thing is being selfless. I mean, I think you can get caught up in just the hype of Notre Dame. You're so focused on yourself. And I think that's a part of life, is understanding how to become selfless. But early on as a freshman, like we said, like, you're so focused on just not messing up. You can't focus on how you're doing. I can't focus as much as I care about you and love you as a brother. I can't, when I'm out there in the field, I can't worry about what you're doing, because I'm not at the position that I've mastered what I've done. And I still haven't mastered what I've done, but I'm in a much more comfortable position that I can begin to start look over and, okay, like, what is JC doing in this play? And that's the biggest thing for me, is just like, I want to become the best teammate that I've ever been throughout since Pee Wee. I mean, I've been playing football since I was a little kid, and I think this year I just want to become the best team I can be for you, for all the 10 guys on that field. And I think that's the goal I've set. And I think when you worry about other people's success, yours will come. So I mean, I think I'm gonna just not even worry about the reality of the NFL draft, the combine, leave after 3 years. I think when you get caught up in that, you lose the focus of the present, like you be in the moment. And I'm just gonna be in the moment and just try to serve my brothers and become the best leader I could be.
100%. I don't think that you could have answered that question any better. To be honest, bro, I think you could have answered that question any better. And for that, I got you a gift, bro. I'm gonna have him bring us some ice cream.
Oh snap!
That's what I'm saying. Bring us out some ice
special.
Cream, bro. The Murphy
special. Let me see this
thing.
Go, guys.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Got coconut almond bliss and pistachio. Let's try the pistachio one first. Let's try the pistachio one first. I have no idea what this is even supposed to be like.
That's real.
That's fire. It's kind of like birthday cakey.
You can't even explain it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Good.
It's fire though. I've never had it. I mean, this week is gonna be full of new things for us. I've never played in the SEC Stadium. Period. This is my first time.
I haven't either.
That's what I'm saying. So going down to A&M, man. What do you expect? What do you?
I mean, I caught myself last night actually on YouTube looking up Texas A&M entrance. I was bored, bro. I was like, let me see what this all is like. What this hype is about.
The Kanye West song.
Yeah. So I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, oh snap! Yeah. It's really like. Because you enter field level. So everything is field level. So then when you get in there, it's just like, dang, I'm really like in the stadium. And it's like kind of like towering over you.
Yeah, fact.
So I mean, I'm excited for that. I mean, I just love playing in big games. I love playing in big stadiums. I think the coolest thing is going in someone's house and taking over. So I mean, we said a thing, Coach Washington was just like, we walked through the gate and locked the doors behind us. And that's my mentality all week. So I think about that feeling, bro, I'm ready.
Facts, bro. I mean, let's transition from the pistachio to the coconut almond bliss. And with that, I know you talked about the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But talk more about your expectations, for the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you feel about them? You know what I'm saying? And how we're gonna, how everything squares up.
I mean, it's an SEC team. You got to understand that they play good ball. I mean, that's the biggest thing is understand you never underestimate an opponent, no matter what. In Texas A&M, you can't underestimate them because they've been at the highest of the highest.
Yeah, powerhouse.
Just a powerhouse team. So I think for us it's just playing our ball. You know what it is. I mean, we have a standard that we play to, practice every single day, and if we do that, I think everything will work out for our good. But I mean, I'm just excited, bro. I mean, there's it's something special about really having that tight knit. And I think this is my first time I'm cool with all 11 guys I'm going out there on the field. Especially even you growing up, you're my cousin. I mean. Playing on the field with you, it's different. I looked up to you at a young age. and just seeing like just what you do. So I mean, this is gonna be special. I'm excited, bro.
Nah, bro, it's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a great time. What do you think about this one?
I don't know. They're both good. It's tough because I mean it's 9.5 to 10. I'm gonna go pistachio though. I'm gonna go pistachio.
I feel the same.
Mm-hmm.
I feel the same.
Yeah.
Just knowing you, knowing the family, obviously. Dad's been a pastor your entire life. You've already spoken about it. Faith is something that's huge to you. Just growing up, bro, being like an older guy now, having the experiences that you've had, obviously seen more than a lot of people have at your age, experienced more than people have at your age. What does your faith mean to you, you know, at this point, and kind of where are you with that?
Yeah, I think it means everything to me. I think I kind of hit on it earlier. I think I kind of had like my faith kind of crooked early on. I think I tried to be so perfect. I tried to be someone I wasn't. By the end of the day, like, understand that we all make mistakes. I mean, it's just, I think God's more proud of people who try and acknowledge their mistakes instead of hiding their mistakes. And that's who I try to live like now. I mean, I got into a routine of just like trying to live like the world. I think that was the biggest mistake I ever did, because I just think as a young Christian man, I'm called for more. I'm called to live more. I'm called to live differently.
Yeah.
And I think my parents did a good job in instilling that at a young age. But I mean, I'm far from perfect. I'm trying to become the best version of myself I can every single day. I wake up and me and my dad do devotionals once a week, and he's just saying like, just pray that God's heart is your heart.
Yeah.
I just ask God, I'm like, God, whatever's on your heart, give it to me today and allow me just to go about my day and honor you. But like I said, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I'm far from it, but I think I'm just striving to become the best person I could be every single day.
Yeah. For the people that don't know, Demo is his pops, Daryl Morrison, is truly one of one. Played in the
He's a character.
Bro, us trying to explain him to y'all, we wouldn't even do him justice. So I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah.
Kind of just listing his accolades, man. He played in the NFL. Kind of a little bit of how we know each other. Demo was my dad's chaplain whenever he first got to the Redskins. Yeah. Ben, I think you were like 2 or 3 years old. I know I was in like preschool, kindergarten around the time. Whenever we met you guys, and he was my chaplain at ASU. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I moved out there, went to church with you guys at Valley Gate. What has, you know, him just specifically, the relationship that you have with your dad, obviously him playing in the league, obviously he's your spiritual, you know, leader, you know, as your pastor and as your dad, but as a football player, what has that relationship been, you know what I'm saying, kind of him helping you out, talking through film, you know, guiding you to the game? What has that been like?
I think I don't give him enough credit that he deserves, because he's done a extremely well job of raising me, and not just me, my family, loving my mom for I think 30 years of marriage. My dad's just like, he's a dude who I strive to be like every single day. But I think football is it's his love and it's my love. And I think from a young age he saw that in me at a young age of me wanting to become the best at my position. And my dad just he never gave up on me. I mean, every single thing that he could do, he did for me. We would be at the field, we called our dungeon, 5 a.m. in the morning, wake me up, and there would be some mornings that I would oversleep, and he just wouldn't. I'd be like, Dad, like I would maybe like 30 minutes, and he would be like, we're not going today, and like stuff like that. He showed me how to work hard, and like if you want to do something, you got to be disciplined about it. You got to do it at the time you set. There's no waking up and having negotiation with yourself. It's either you do it or you don't.
Yeah. I
think having my dad as that kind of role model in my life has been huge, because he's been where I'm trying to get to. And the moment that I realized, I was like, okay, like my dad's a special dude, is when I heard about his career. He was going to become on the way to become the highest paid free agent that year, or one of the highest paid free agents, and he broke his neck, and his career was done. And I'm like, how does this dude have so much love for this sport, and how does he allow his son to play the sport that was taken away from him? And he just tells me, he's like, I believe that my goal, my like calling in life was to give back to like you, my son. Like he's like you're so much more talented than I've ever been. He was like I want to pour as much as I can into you to become the best player you could be. And that's the biggest thing, is like when I heard him say that, I'm like, I get chills this day, because like I don't give him enough of like the pats on the back and how much I appreciate him. So if he watches, I do appreciate you. Because it's just, you know how it is being a father and son. I mean, you don't really have time to be like, I love you so much. I mean, we're trying to get the job done. We're trying to go win games. We're trying to go lock down side of the field. But it's a special relationship.
100%. And hearing that from you, obviously I already knew kind of, as how good of a man he was and how he raised you to be. And kind of just speaking to that, bro, like everything he poured into you has you where you are now today. Has you as a team captain at Notre Dame, you know what I'm saying? As a junior, not even as a senior. So wanted to congratulate you on that, brother. You know what I'm saying? You have my vote.
Thank you.
I don't know if I was supposed to tell you that or not, but
appreciate
you have my vote, man. And just in that, huge responsibility. You know, you had to go up to the front of the room and really tell everybody, like, this is something I want to do. I want to lead. Why? Like, why is that something that was important to you? I know you told me that it was one of your goals growing up. Why was that something that you wanted for yourself?
I think it's just, I don't know. I think for me, like I showed you, but I listed my dreams down. And when I had hip surgery in high school, I wrote just a list of dreams I have for myself. I broke up in high school, college, pre-draft, NFL, post-NFL. I think I just kind of like, I told my mom, I just felt like these like what I want to accomplish. And like I started looking at my dream board. I'm like, it's hung up in my room back home. I'm like, I really have accomplished dang near 80% of these dreams. Yeah. And there's 2 more I got left on there, and one of them was to become a team captain. And I'm not gonna lie, like there was doubt. Like I was, like the night before, I'm just like, I'm like, you kind of like downplay it. So like if it doesn't happen, you don't like you're not disappointed. Yeah. So like in my head, I'm just like, I'm not gonna be team captain. I'm only a junior. Like I'm like, who's gonna vote for me? I'm like, you see me in the locker room, I just have fun. Like I'm playing ping pong every single day, just having a good time.
Yeah, I'm an All-American. Why would they vote me team captain?
No, but really, like I feel like I don't see myself as that. I see myself as just someone who just comes to the building every single day and tries to work hard. So I think that was just cool to like you said, like receive your teammates' vote, and that's the biggest accomplishment. I think you said it. You're like, I'd much rather be respected by my team than the outside people and noise and stuff like that. So I mean, to get my teammates' vote to be as a captain is an honor and privilege, but it also comes with responsibilities. Yeah. I think, like you said, Freeman was just like, you want to be team captain, you got to be unorthodox. You got to do things different. You got to challenge everything, and that's what I'm willing to do. I think I'm willing to challenge things to become the best that we can possibly have it to be to reach our goals as a team. So this is an honor and privilege. I'm just excited for this year with my boys.
Absolutely, bro. As our team captain, what are your expectations for us, bro? Like, what are obviously the little day-by-day things you want us to accomplish and focus on? And then ultimately, I think I know what you're gonna say, but what's the big goal? What's the light at the end of the tunnel?
Yeah, I think so it's cool now that I've had 2 years of being in this program. And the first year you come in and every single senior talk that Freeman had the seniors do, they're like, let's go win the Natty this year. Let's go win the Natty this year. Let's go win the Natty this year. And then the first game we lose against Ohio State. Second game we lose against Marshall. So we're like, whoa, like the Natty's out of our reach. Yeah. And then the second year it was just like, hey, let's like stay in the moment, win the moment. But then like there was still like all this talk around the national championship. I think for me this year, my biggest goal is just to keep the brotherhood what it is. I think when you begin to start to look over the edge and like you see like what's at reach, but like you got to really focus on every single week for what it is. So that's my biggest goal, is just keep this brotherhood as tight as it can be, because we have a special group, we have special guys. I think this is the tightest group I've ever been a part of, and if we just block out the outside noise and just keep it within, I think we can reach whatever we want to do. So I'm not going to put any special that one goal, but we all know what it is. But I'm not going to say it just because I think the biggest thing is keeping this brotherhood tight, and we'll achieve the things we do.
Absolutely. If you want to protect your home, like the guys on this show are going to protect the end zone, get at our sponsor, H&H Custom Made Vinyl Fence Company.
Want to enhance your home's curb appeal and style? At H&H Custom Made Vinyl Fence, we specialize in crafting fences that are beautiful and built to last. Our team only uses top quality materials and expert craftsmanship. With over 20 years experience in the Michiana area, you can trust us to find the perfect fit for your property. Whether it's for privacy, security, or simply to add charm, H&H Custom Made Vinyl Fence, your trusted partner in creating stunning, secure outdoor spaces. Call us today or visit hnhcustommade.com.
All right, so what we're gonna do is, as the team captain, it is your job to know your teammates.
All right, let's do it.
So I'm gonna do like a most likely to, least likely to in the locker room.
Okay.
And you give me your honest opinion.
All right, let me hear it.
So first question is gonna be, who on the team would you least want to borrow your car?
Christian Gray.
Christian Gray? Why Christian?
Because there's a story with this kid who, he told me he had his license. He told me he could drive. I let him drive my car. I've never felt someone go between a gas pedal and a brake so fast, just back and forth. I said, bro, you don't got your license, do you? He go. He's like, I've driven with my mom in the parking lot before. I'm like, bro, watch out. So, yeah, Christian for sure.
Little kid, the superhero body. All right, next. Who is most likely to miss class to play video games?
Howard Cross.
Howie? Is Howie a big gamer?
Howie's a huge gamer.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go to Howard. That's an easy answer.
Honestly, I didn't know that about, bro.
Yeah.
All right, next. Who, for our Thanksgiving team dinner, if somebody had to cook the dinner, who would you want it to be?
Ooh, that's tough.
Who be chefing on the team, bro?
Like, just off of music taste, I could tell who's around the grandma the most, and that's D Ford.
Okay.
So I feel like
Facts.
So I think the best cooking is like the old school, like, I don't know, like soul,
90s
like
R&B.
good R&B.
Yeah.
Get that. So D Ford probably has. I don't know his cooking, so I hope it's not bad, but I'll say D Ford off of music taste.
I actually agree.
Yeah.
Expert analysis by you. And then last, who on the team? Obviously. You know what I'm saying? Some were married and together or whatever. So this is hypothetical. Don't beat anybody up. Who on the team would you least like to date your sister?
See, I just wouldn't let anyone date my sister on my team. I don't think there's one. I don't think there's one person.
There's no good guys on the squad.
I got great. There's not one bad person on our team.
Yes.
I cannot walk into my facility, look at someone in the eye, and know he's dating my sister.
Bro, you have to You have to pick one.
Like, there's just like,
you have to pick one.
I give you a position group O lineman. I can't even say it. My sister's married to O lineman, and so receivers aren't dating my sister. That's not happening.
Least likely.
Running back, not dating my sister. Cornerback, definitely not dating my sister.
Bro, we have. There's great guys in the room.
I'm cool with I need like a little chubby interior D lineman, loyal, like a good
work
dude,
hard,
just work hard. Know what I'm saying? Don't need his name in the media. You
Sacrifice himself for the team.
I'm saying make a cool 4-year, $60 million contract. Like we're good.
So no definite answer, but interior D lineman.
Interior D lineman. Someone there could date my sister.
All right. Getting back to Notre Dame, you know what I'm saying? This is the Irish Scoop. What is your favorite Notre Dame memory? Whether it be freshman, sophomore, you know what I'm saying? Like what year and what game would be your favorite Notre Dame football memory?
I think for me it would be my first ever interception versus Clemson. It was I can remember it was a tight split. You ran an over route and I'm trailing and I was lucky beat by 2 yards. But I'm like, go get him. So I'm running. I see the ball come. Oh snap! The ball's close. Yeah. And this is my first ever pick, so I'm like, just don't drop it. So I hurry up, undercut it, and pick it. And I just see this huge tight end, so I just fall on it. And I don't know who I thought it was. I run to the stands, I was just like dapping everyone up like I was in the NFL. I'm like, I'm not doing it. But no, that was my favorite memory. I think just seeing my teammates congratulate me, that was special because they saw the hard work that went in. That was my 8th game, and the week before that, I was torched for Syracuse, so I was in the dumps. I'm like, dang, I suck. But that game turned things around in my career, so for the better.
I was about to say, shoot, looking back on that moment now, there's been a few more of those. Since then. Yeah. What are you most looking forward to? Like, what game this year do you feel? Man, we can create a big moment out of this year.
We got a great opportunity. First one off the bat. I think A&M is gonna be what it is. I can't even explain how I feel about this game. One, just being here for 3 years and being a part of just different teams. So I just think that this year's is gonna be different. It's gonna be special. So I can't even explain it.
Nah, most def. Something you said that kind of caught my ear a second ago was, the Syracuse game, you got torched or whatever you said, battling that. And then earlier I heard you talk about your hip surgery that you had in high school. In those situations, obviously, even being as talented and as successful as you are, all of us deal with doubt. All of us deal with kind of some imposter syndrome a little bit. What has it been like for you? What have those experiences been like fighting back from those deficits, fighting back from those tough games, tough practices, times where you didn't feel like yourself, to get kind of back to the standard that you created, for you?
Yeah, I think for me, it started out in high school. I had hip surgery, so I was out for 6-7 months. I ended up I was living in Arizona at the time. We got it done in Vail, Colorado because it was a hip specialist. So that was already tough, that process. Had to wait an extra month just to get in with this guy. He's a really talented doctor. But so for me, like going into that whole process was tough because I was getting recruited. I didn't know who was going to stick around, didn't know who was going to leave their offer or leave it on the table. And that was my biggest thing. That's why I also chose this place. Notre Dame, they didn't blink an eye. They didn't care. They believed in me even after post-hip surgery. So that was huge. But I think, like you said, the whole doubt stuff, I think as a competitor, it's natural to feel kind of like the nerves and stuff. But I mean, I'd be lying if I told you I'd never felt doubtful. I think from my freshman to sophomore year, I felt like I had to be this player that I put in my head. I thought I had to be like this player to get a pick every single game.
Yeah.
And then when I didn't get that, I felt like I let myself down. So I allowed the outside noise to start creeping in my head and believe that I wasn't living up to, or wasn't being the player, wasn't having a good enough season as I should be. But I think all that stuff doesn't really matter now. I think I was able to get over that and understand that, all right, like I am who I say I am. I know who I am. That's the biggest thing. I think as soon as you can get over that hump of really trying to like not to prove people wrong and like proving yourself right, I feel like that's just taking my mentality and game to the next level. Because like I can get beat and I'm gonna come back and get you next. Like, it's just that's my mentality. It's like, or I'm gonna get you every single play. Like that's just, it's either one or the other. Like,
Line it back up.
Like I'm saying, like we're gonna have to see this again. And that's what I love about playing DB because I'm gonna see you again. So
100%.
Yeah.
All right, bro. So speaking about blind faith, like you just mentioned with Notre Dame believing in you, even when you know what I'm saying, not knowing if you're gonna be the same guy. We're gonna do a blind faith segment.
Let's do it.
We're gonna have them bring out some fun flavors, and we're gonna try to figure out what combinations make them up.
Let's do it.
Sound good?
Let's do it.
Cool.
Oh snap! Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, start here. There you go, brother. Number one.
All right, let's try this.
It's you. It's me.
So number one, we have Fat Elvis.
All right. I'm gonna need like few spoonfuls.
Oh snap!
Banana,
For sure, banana, caramel, chocolate,
peanut butter.
peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say those are the main ones.
Are we close?
Fat Elvis is made up of sweet banana ice cream, all shook up with salty peanut butter ripples and rich chocolate chips.
All right.
We spot
Yeah,
on.
that was long.
We went for one. One for one.
Let's do two.
I just wanted two. It's a lot of chocolate.
Man.
Number two, Fish Just Got Serious.
What the heck?
Or as BMO would say, this crap just got serious. This junk.
This is caramel for sure.
Yeah. Caramel chocolate. Like salty caramel.
Almond, some type of almond.
Tastes almond?
Yeah. That's my go-to. What is it?
Award-winning, smooth salted caramel ice cream brimming with rich sea salt fudge and salted cashews.
Cashews.
Some type, yeah.
Okay.
I'll close.
Cashews.
This one I'm excited for. I'm sorry, I gotta get this one.
You're a nut connoisseur.
My bad. Watch out, bro. Watch out, bro. Let me hear. What's this called?
Number three, Superman.
Bet.
All right.
I can get both flavors in this one.
This one's hectic.
I couldn't even tell you. I don't even want to guess.
Vanilla. There's some vanilla in there.
This one's good.
All you hear in our mics is us smacking right
Man.
Superman.
Wait, hold on. Give me like 2 more seconds. 2 more seconds. I'm sorry.
All you.
It's fruity.
Like Fruity
Some type
Pebbles.
of-
Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah. I'll go vanilla, like a Fruity Pebbles type vibe. Yeah. That's our, all right.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
our final.
It's time to meet your new kryptonite.
Mm.
Cherry, blue moon, and vanilla ice cream.
I taste cherry.
Combine forces to bring you one super scoop.
Okay.
I like this one. This is my favorite one out of
Yeah.
those we've tried so far. All right, 4.
I'm just guessing like this peanut butter chocolate, something like that.
Off rip.
What's it called?
Number 4, exhausted parent.
Oh wow.
Like your people, 5 kids, dealing with you, Afro
See.
people.
This has coffee in it. I don't like coffee. but I know it has coffee in it because it's an exhausted parent, and the parent needs some coffee. You feel me?
This definitely has
I
coffee.
don't like coffee. I'm gonna go back to number 3. But tell me what it is again.
Yeah, coffee and chocolate for sure.
Espresso ice cream swirl with bittersweet chocolate chunks.
Mm-hmm.
And we might be elite.
Yeah.
I might make this a permanent segment. Just come back, we just try different flavors.
That's real.
Break it up. 3's the one though.
Yeah.
3's the one for sure.
3 got my heart.
Nah, facts. Transitioning from that, you know, this year we're doing something different. Have the Peacock documentary that they're filming on us. You know, cameras have been around in the facility throughout fall camp, spring ball, all of that stuff. What has been a part of that been like for you, and what do you think that means for us as a whole in this season?
I think it's gonna be cool. I think it's just our story being told. I think that's the coolest thing about it, because like I think we know within the grind we go through, the long days, the long hours, just being in the Goog, our facility, but allowing the outside to see what we go through is gonna be special, because I think it's gonna be one, they're gonna have a great appreciation of what we do because they see how much time we put into it. But also, I think we're gonna have a great appreciation of what we do when we're older, because we'll be able to look back and see, wow, we really were in fall camp grinding, the dog days, stuff like that. So I think this is gonna be a combination of both. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun to look back on, but also I think I hope I don't take it for granted when it comes out this year, because I think I find myself being so focused on football, but it's like taking a step back, I'm just saying, like, this is a cool moment. This is something that I'm a part of, so why not enjoy it?
Facts. And it'll be so cool, I think, too, for the fans. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the fans are such a big part of what makes Notre Dame special.
Yeah.
So kind of allowing them that, you know, behind-the-scenes look at what it's like to be on the team. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously they only get to see Saturdays. Really.
Yeah.
So them getting to be a part of that with us will be dope as well.
100%.
For sure.
100%.
And lastly, bro, I want to ask you, obviously, thank you for being here.
No, thank you for having me. It's awesome.
But what legacy, bro, do you want to leave at Notre Dame? Obviously, you've already done so much, accomplished so many of those goals that you've written on your list. What legacy do you want to leave?
I don't know. I think that's a tough question, because I think you don't really think about that, like, when you're doing what you're doing. Because I'm doing this because I love football. I love playing football. I love being around you guys. So I think I have never focused on, like, what legacy I want to leave. I mean, biggest thing, I just want to, like, treat people the way I want to be treated. Like, if I treat someone the right way, I think that's going to go much farther than my accolades on the field, what I do on the field. If I treat someone with respect, I think down the line they're going to remember that over what I did on the football field. And if that's a tough answer, because, I mean, obviously you want to be remembered, like, you hear, like, the great names and stuff, but, I mean, I don't know. I'm not really focused on that stuff. I just want to treat people the right way and treat them with respect, and I think that's going to go a long way in life.
Absolutely, bro. Appreciate you being here with me today, fam.
Appreciate
My
you,
dog. Take some time out. This is the Irish Scoop. Super grateful for the opportunity today to get to know superstar DB Ben Morrison. Very thankful for him being here with us. If you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe. And see you next time.